Welcome back to another video. Now it is Saturday the 24th of August. Now the under-18s, Tottenham under-18s took on Norwich under-18s today. Now the first two games that the under-18s have played this season, they actually lost both of them, and they actually started this game bottom of the table. Well, they come up with a 4-0 win today against Norwich City under-18s. Played at Hotspur Way this morning. Just after 2 minutes, Tottenham went 1-0 up. Through Robson, scored just inside the box. After 4 minutes, it was 2-0. Whittaker, a good shot, a cross goal from the right. Then after 38 minutes, it was 3-0. Pedder runs on and lashes in from the left. And then just a minute before the end of the game, in the 89th minute, Tottenham under-18s made it 4-0 with the substitute Carrington. He cut back from midfielder Cooper to score from 25 yards. Now, obviously, the under-18s are in the Premier League South division. What does that do for the table? They are no longer at bottom of the table. There are 12 teams in the league. Tottenham under-18s have now leaped up to 8th position. They have now played 3, won 1, lost 2. They've scored 6, they've conceded 7, and they are sitting now with 3 points. Now, completely different story for Tottenham under-23s. They actually started the season on a real high, winning 2 out of their first 2 games. The first game they won away at Liverpool 4-0. The second game they won 3-1 at the Tottenham Hotspur Stadium against Manchester City under-23s. Troy Parrott grabbing a brace in that game. Now, they actually played yesterday. It was a 12 noon kickoff at Hotspur Way against Derby County. Sadly, the under-23s actually fell to their first defeat of the season, losing 2-1. Just after 10 minutes, Derby went 1-0 up. Derby player Whittaker drove in a low shot into the net from the right past keeper Alfie Whiteman. Then in the 29th minute, Derby were actually awarded a penalty. Hector Ingram stepped up, but Tottenham goalkeeper Alfie Whiteman, I've seen him play many times, he actually saved the penalty. Superb save to his right. Then just 3 minutes later, after 32 minutes, Derby actually increased their lead. They went 2-0 up. Holmes from 20 yards out shot into the top corner. Spurs did pull one back in the 68th minute, making it 2-1. Richards scored for Spurs after Tracy's effort was saved by the Derby goalkeeper. Now, what does that do in the Premier League 2 table? As I said, going into this game, Tottenham were actually whatever, top of the league, but Chelsea and Arsenal have now leapfrogged Tottenham. Chelsea are in first place, having played 3, won 2, drawn 1. Arsenal exactly the same, and now Tottenham have played 3, won 2, and they've lost 1, sitting with 6 points. So Tottenham are third out of 12 teams in Premier League 2. Now, while we're on the subject of youth, Tottenham Hotspur Football Club actually announced yesterday that we've had another player leave. That is Samuel Shashoua. He is now signed for Tenerife. What a lovely place to go and play your football now, but wish him all the luck in the world for his new move. I've seen him play many times for various youth teams for Tottenham. Looked a very, very classy player and looked one for the future, but of course we can't keep them all. You have to just pick the best ones out, and you know, they don't all get into the first team, unfortunately, but he is certainly a great player, so do look out for him in his future career. He also has a brother that plays in one of the Tottenham youth teams as well, Admado Shashoua, another great talent as well, so look out for him. Just thought I'd also mention Marcus Edwards. It was weird actually, because when Tottenham were in Singapore and Shanghai, you would expect Marcus Edwards, a player like this, who has been likened to Lionel Messi by Pochettino himself a couple of years ago, and of course he did make his debut a couple of years ago for Tottenham as well under Pochettino, but he just hasn't featured whatsoever. There are rumours that he is going to be joining U18s, the Italian team, but he did try loan spells at Norwich City. That just didn't work out because of a poor attitude. I think that a lot of times that he's going to be picked for various Tottenham teams. He seems to just have such an attitude problem that the club just don't tolerate. But whether he will move on very soon, I know that is certainly a rumour, but he just hasn't featured for any Tottenham side at all. Hasn't featured in the under 23s, hasn't featured in any of the pre-season friendlies at all. I always look for his name because he is always such an exciting player to watch. From a fan's point of view, he is one of the best young talents I've seen for a very, very long time for Tottenham. So it is a huge, huge shame and such a waste of a talent if he never ever puts on a Tottenham shirt again. I just thought I'd mention in this video as well, saw on Tottenham's social media yesterday that HeungMin Son, who of course is back for tomorrow's game against Newcastle, having been suspended for the first 2 Premier League games for us. He was at the Tottenham training ground yesterday, and Tottenham a lot of the time, and certainly in the kids' holidays, they put on summer holiday coaching for kids to go to Tottenham and do some great coaching there. My son Harry's even done it there a couple of times. But HeungMin Son actually surprised the kids, and they thought they were having a group photograph, and then HeungMin Son actually ran up behind them, shouted hello, and it was just such a wonderful moment. If you haven't seen it on the club's social media, do check that out, because it is a great moment. I just love the way that Sonny is just smiling all the time and just so happy to be greeted, and with the fans. It's absolutely brilliant to watch. Now, the club actually put out an announcement earlier about the Tottenham V Newcastle game, which takes place at the Tottenham Hotspur Stadium tomorrow at 4:30. If you didn't know that, why not? They've actually said that there's going to be problems with the trains. They've actually put this announcement out. Supporters travelling to Sunday's Premier League match against Newcastle advised that we are expecting a number of cancellations pre and post match on the London Overground. So please do check out all of the information before travelling. Now, I read another article earlier about Christian Eriksen. The Daily Mail are now saying that Tottenham are reportedly willing to offload Christian Eriksen this transfer window if we get a bid of around £50 million or more. Do you know what? I'm absolutely sick and tired of reading that Eriksen's leaving. I just wish he would sign this brand new contract and just stay at Tottenham. Do I see it? I can't see it. I really can't. The European window actually closes on the 2nd of September. Many rumours are going around that if Real Madrid, Barcelona or Juventus, one of the big 3, come in for him, he is going to leave. I just think it's such a shame. I really do. He scored 49 Premier League goals for us. He is the 5th highest goal scorer for Tottenham in the Premier League since the Premier League started in 92-93 season. He's just an exceptional, talented footballer, one of my favourites. I just wish this situation would be sorted out very, very soon. Now, just a little bit of news on the Tottenham Hotspur Women. They will now play their away game against West Ham at the London Stadium, so the home of West Ham United. That will be a 2:30 kickoff. So some absolutely brilliant news came out of the Tottenham Hotspur women's camp yesterday. They actually announced that the head coaches Karen Hills and Juan Carlos Amoros have actually signed brand new contracts. Now, Karen Hills actually joined Tottenham Hotspur Ladies. They were known as Tottenham Hotspur Ladies then. They are now known as Tottenham Hotspur Women because they've rebranded for the start of this season. But she actually joined in 2007 when the Tottenham Hotspur Ladies were actually playing in the London and South East Regional Premier Division. Juan actually joined in 2011, and they have both guided the Tottenham Hotspur Women now to the top level of the women's game. So them two should be really highly congratulated. So Tottenham obviously play Newcastle tomorrow, 4:30 kickoff. The results today, the early kickoff, the 12:30 was Norwich 2, Chelsea 3. Now Pookie scored again for Norwich. What a great Premier League debut season he's having so far. Abraham got a brace for Chelsea, so that was Frank Lampard's first win in the Premier League as Chelsea boss. Southampton beat Brighton 2-0 away. A real shock here. Manchester United 1, Crystal Palace 2. Van Aanholt scored in the 93rd minute winning goal. Cannot believe that result. Really can't. But huge congratulations to Crystal Palace for going to Old Trafford and getting the 3 points there. Sheffield United 1, Leicester 2 with a Harvey Barnes winner in the 70th minute. Watford 1, West Ham 3. Record signing Sebastian Haller got a brace there for West Ham. And then the big game today, Liverpool 3, Arsenal 1. Yeah, well, you kind of expected that, didn't you? But all of my predictions on the 6 games, I got them all wrong, apart from the Liverpool-Arsenal one, which I said that Liverpool would win. So useless predictions today. I blame the sunshine. Tomorrow's fixtures, 2 o'clock kickoff, Bournemouth v Manchester City. Of course, we all expect Manchester City to win that game. And then Tottenham Newcastle. Of course, I'm going to go for a Tottenham win. I'm going to go for a 2-0 Tottenham win. Let me know in the comments section below what your score prediction is. Also 4:30 kickoff, Wolves v Burnley. Now, what do these results do for the Premier League table? Liverpool are now the only club to have a 100% record, winning 3 out of 3. They are sitting on top of the Premier League with 9 points. Arsenal are second, having won 2 from 3. Leicester are in 3rd place. Manchester City 4th. Manchester United 5th, and Tottenham are in 6th. So the bottom three are the only 3 teams who have not won a Premier League game so far this season. So early, it's really weird how that's happened. But Wolves have got 2 draws, sitting on 18th, sitting in 18th, sitting in 19th with Newcastle. They've lost 2 out of 2, and sitting in 20th place, bottom of the league, Watford. They have lost all 3 Premier League games so far. Anyway, let me know score predictions for tomorrow. Come on, you Spurs.